Hi, this is Julien Stoutt, licensed personal trainer, licensed PE teacher, and world record powerlifter here to help you be the best you. Now, today we're going to talk about standards in the military. Fitness standards in the military is a situation where I have dealt with it not only from a distance in the sense of while I was in the military, I watched people struggle with this, but I also dealt with clients who struggle with this. And I've also dealt with people who are currently in the military who are dealing with this. And this subject matter infuriates me to no end because this is the very reason why I say the things that I say about body types, obesity, BMI, and all of that stuff. Because in our society right now is what we're doing is we're creating a massive situation to where our military personnel are going to have serious eating disorders or mental health issues that our tax dollars are going to have to pay for because we are not properly evaluating the human condition. Now, why am I saying that? Like I said before, there's 27 body types, and the proper way to measure obesity is to measure body fat. Simply that, not through a BMI, not through tape testing and all this other lame stuff that we do. We need accurate testing, and the military is in possession of one of the most accurate ways to measure someone's body fat in two different ways. One, the bod pod, which is usually air displacement, and two, through hydrostatic weighing. They could do both of them. They have the opportunities to do this with everybody that they have in their possession in the military, and they don't do it. They talk about it's not cost effective, when the truth is what's more cost effective is not spending money on people's biological disorders or mental health issues as a result of creating them due to improper measurement of the human body. Ladies and gentlemen, I've talked to multiple military personnel, and they tell me that the military is backing off of this stuff in some ways, but I have not yet seen the complete reversal on this information. I know people who are rather on the larger side, but they're not unhealthy people. They work out regularly, they deadlift, they're strong, they work out insanely, all to the notion of being told that they're fat because the people that are evaluating them are not actually educated in this stuff. You'll be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, to know that the military is not exactly experts in fitness. Imagine that. The very entity that needs the most fit people are not exactly capable in determining who truly is fit. Now, in my opinion, when we're dealing with body fat and body fat percentages and whether or not somebody's fit to fight and this, that, the other, the truth of the matter is I believe if you could pass your now ACFT, before it used to be the APFT, but now it's the ACFT test, if you could pass it with a 90% in each event or better, or as a matter of fact, better yet, 80%. If you could pass your ACFT with an 80% in all events, which I believe there's 6 events, if I remember correctly, which is a 480 on your ACFT. I believe there's 6 events. And if you score, and I believe if you score a 480 or better in your ACFT, you shouldn't be messed with. Why? Because at that moment, you are showing that you have the physical capabilities of performing all the tasks that the military requires you to perform at any given point in time. And one of the problems that I'm seeing is that there are people who are larger than average, and they are being ostracized because of their size. And yet they are able to perform feats that one would not expect. Another thing is that they're not trying to get racial with it, but the truth is that there are races of people who tend to be naturally larger than normal. For one, Samoans. Now, last time I checked, Samoans are United States citizens, and last time I checked, Samoans are naturally larger people. Even even if you take cultural meals and cultural traditions in terms of food out of it, they're large people, just naturally large people. And whether even if they're short, they're still large people. And the fact remains is that I had a woman ask me to help her lose weight years ago. And when I tell you this woman was in shape, this woman looked like basically the embodiment of what Wonder Woman should look like. I mean, she was muscular, but she wasn't overly muscular. But at the same time, you could tell that she is just absolutely strong. And when I asked her about her physical fitness scores, she, at that time, it was still the APFT, she was scoring in the 240s, in the 250s at 5'9", 190 pounds. All right? She's 5'9", 190, and they told her she was fat. Guys, I'm telling you, trust me when I tell you, she was in fantastic shape. They wanted her down to 150 pounds at 5'9", and Samoan, mind you. Another person that I was talking to, this person told me just hours ago, just told me that they wanted him at 185 pounds, and he's roughly about 5'8", 5'9", and the man, I'm telling you, the man is a walking brick house. I mean, I think bullets bounce off of this man, seriously. He himself is African American and Samoan, and he showed me pictures of himself at 215 pounds. And when I tell you this man looked like he was about to go on stage for bodybuilding, I'm not kidding you. And he was at 215 pounds, shredded. And the military wanted him to get down to 185 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, that was not possible. It's not possible. So one of the things that I want people to start understanding about our society right now is that our society is putting ourselves in a huge disadvantage when we talk about health and fitness, because we don't know what we're talking about. Most of us don't know what we're talking about. And the fact that we have to go through this is why I am doing what it is that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, because I'm fighting for you. I'm fighting for you and everyone else, so that way we can actually become the best versions of ourselves and know what the best it actually is. I'm not advocating for people in the military to just go out and be fat and lazy. Nope, not expressing that emotion. So those of you who think that that's what I'm trying to go for, no. I'm arguing for the people who actually are physically capable of performing, willing to perform, but then get judged for their size when their size is not even in remotely in the obesity category. We have to stop doing this, so that way we can turn around and continue to defend our country and continue to hold ourselves accountable to a true standard rather than a false one that creates more chaos than not. Ladies and gentlemen, the military has got eating disorders all over the place. And yes, sometimes they manifest while they are in the military, but they usually manifest more so than when they're out of it. There are reports that men that used to be in the military are now suffering from low testosterone. Why would that happen, ladies and gentlemen? Easy. I can answer that one for you. Low cholesterol diets, which causes you to minimize your ability to create hormones, which then turns around and prevents you from creating the hormones necessary, like testosterone. I believe I did a video on that earlier, so I'm not going to get into that too much. So, this here is reasons why we have these situations. He also brought up the fact, something that I really didn't observe, that people who join the military, spend their time in the military, retire, end up putting on weight, whereas NFL linemen, who are much larger than them, lose weight. Especially when you look at offensive and defensive linemen, they tend to be a lot smaller than they were when they were performing in the field of play when they were active. it's amazing, and it's something that I want to look deeper into as to why that is. And I will be coming back to you guys with that. But for now, I would like for you to take this time for you to be the best you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. Have a nice day, and be the best you.